Hi lovelies! If you're new to my channel, this is my little corner of the internet where I talk about all the books that I read. I haven't posted in quite a while because life has just been a bit chaotic. Me and my wife moved house and then I hit autistic burnout and I was burnt out for about 4 months. It was really rough. I needed not much stimuli to just try and recover from it. I kind of just took a break from a lot of things and YouTube was one of those things. I'm feeling much better now in myself and I am wanting to start making videos again. I have been watching so much bookish content on YouTube and I'm absolutely loving so many people, and it just makes me yearn to start posting again. Miss making long form content. I am doing something brand new and I am going to be filming a vlog, a reading vlog. But I'm also going to kind of include little snippets of my life. I've never filmed a vlog before. I have filmed little day in the lives on my main TikTok, and I have filmed things like read with me for an hour or things like that, but I have never filmed a vlog for YouTube. So I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm planning for this video to be a weekly vlog. I'm really excited to share my week with you. Hi! Are you just determined to get in my videos? Oh, that is Onion. We actually got 2 cats when we moved house because our prior landlord didn't allow pets and our current landlord does. So we now have 2 cats, Sage and Onion. I will insert a little photo and they are the light of my life. I talk so much. I am someone that does not shut up. I can talk for the entirety of Wales. But I'm trying to keep this short and sweet because this is just a little intro to the video. So yes, I will get on with the video. I am currently reading, well, I'm reading quite a few books. I'm the kind of person that always reads a multitude of books at the same time. Just because I get really bored if I'm only reading 1 or 2 books at a time. I do tend to have my kind of like top 3 that I'm focusing on, and then I have others in the background. At the moment, the top 3 books that I am primarily reading are the Book of Azrael, Witchcraft for Wayward Girls, and How to Raise an Elephant. So those are the kind of like the 3 that I'm currently focusing on, which I'm enjoying all 3 of them so far. How to Raise an Elephant is kind of, I don't really know what's happening. I don't really understand anything in terms of like nothing's happening, if that makes sense. So I'm a bit confused, but I am enjoying it. It's written really well. And I'm really enjoying the other 2 books as well. For the 2 book clubs that I am part of on Fable, we are reading Good Spirit and Brimstone this month, which I'm really excited for. I cannot wait to read Brimstone, but I've also heard amazing things about Good Spirit, so I'm so excited to read that. Plans for today are mainly to do some drawing. I have quite a few commissions to get done today, and do some readings. Hi! Hi, Nunion. You okay, baby? My gorgeous girl. What are you doing? Oh, shake it off. Hi, baby. I'll open the door for you, but it is raining. I don't think you want to go out there. I won't tell you if I have or not.
Honest. Cute.
Midnight at the Christmas bookshop.
Fun.
I thought it sounded so like cozy.
Yeah.
The perfect vibe for Christmas.
I forgot to do an update yesterday. It was a really busy day and I felt quite sad. I am struggling a bit with my mental health and yesterday just wasn't a very good day, so I didn't really film anything. But I finished reading the book of Azrael and I loved it. I enjoyed that book so much. It was so good and I gave it 5 stars. I am so excited for the next book. So 4 books are out at the moment, but I think I read on Fable that apparently it's going to be a 7-book series. So that's really exciting, but don't hold me to it because I don't know if that's true. I'm not going straight into reading the next one because it's over 800 pages and I really want to try and reach my reading goal this year. It was originally set to 75 books and then I reduced it down to 58. I am currently 8 books away from reaching my goal, so I really want to try and reach that this month. I've got 8 books to read in December and hopefully I can do that. I love a good cup of coffee. I have started reading Good Spirits. I'm only about 20 pages in, so I haven't gotten far along in it at all. But I am really enjoying it. It's really good. I feel like it's just going to be the perfect cozy sort of romantic read for December. A really nice kind of Christmassy, warm your soul sort of read. Witchcraft for Wayward Girls is coming along really well. I have about 80 pages left, I think, and just so much happens, but also not much happens at all. I don't really know how to explain it without you having read the book, but I'm really enjoying it. I think it might be a 4-star unless something really big happens. That's kind of where I'm at with reading at the moment. I am probably going to start Brimstone soon. Oh yeah, and I also decided to DNF How to Raise an Elephant. I just wasn't getting along with it. I was finding it really slow paced and that's just not what I'm wanting at the moment. Wanting something a bit more fast paced and like nothing was really happening. I was finding that a bit difficult. Like I wanted more and I wanted something big to be happening and it was more like trudging along and it's just not what I want at the moment, so I've DNF'd that one. That's kind of a little reading update from me. I am planning to do some more reading today and I also have some more commissions to get done, so that's kind of what I'm going to be doing today. Happy Wednesday and let's see how we do. A little reading update. I have finished reading Witchcraft for Wayward Girls and I loved it. It was so good. The ending gave me goosebumps and chills. I just loved it so much. I am a bit torn between 4 and 5 stars. I just don't know where I sit. So I think I will very likely give it 4.5 because I can't make a decision. It doesn't quite feel like a 5-star read because I was a little bit, not bored, but I felt like I just needed it to move along a bit quicker at times. But having said that, I didn't think it was a 4. So I'm just not really sure where I sit with it. So I think it will probably be a 4.5. It was really odd in a way. Really go into the ins and outs of it because it's not really my story to tell. A few years ago, we found out that a member of my family had had a baby in America and had been in one of these homes for unwed women, and we didn't actually find out until years and years after she had died that she had had this baby that was then adopted. And so it was really odd and such a strange and surreal experience to read this book where that is the base for the plot. Really interesting, and it's made me want to know more about my family and more about that family member. Not really much I will ever find out, but I would love to just know more about what happened and how it kind of all came about, especially because she was alone in America. All of her family lived in the UK. She was the only one that was in America, so I can't imagine how lonely she must have felt going through that experience. Yeah, it was a really surreal experience reading the book. It was just such a good book, and I really enjoyed it. It's the first book I've ever read by that author, and I will definitely be reading more of his work. I have decided to start reading Brimstone. As you can see, I'm kind of literally not very far into it at all. I think I'm like on page 15, 16, 17, something like that. I've taken the dust cover off, or the dust jacket off, because it was just really annoying me, like where I sit to read books. I just found it really annoying, and I've never taken a dust jacket off before to read a hardback, but I was just finding it really annoying, so I took that off. And I actually quite like the design of the hardcover. I don't usually like them. I often find they're just really plain, but I quite like this one, and I absolutely love the artwork in the book. It's honestly so gorgeous. And of course we have the map. I'm a big fan of maps in books. I think they are so gorgeous, so pretty. I love studying them and like finding out where everything is, and I just love that. And another thing I love about this book is that at the start of the book there's pronunciations for a lot of different like places and people, which I find really helpful because I'm dyslexic and I can't pronounce anything. I really struggle to pronounce words. So it's really helpful to have that. I mean, I'm probably still pronouncing them wrong, even though it says how you're supposed to pronounce them. It's a useful guide to have, so I really appreciate that. It is about 8:30 in the evening. My wife went to bed at 7:30 because she's absolutely exhausted, bless her. So I am going to stick on some YouTube. I'm going to watch some Bookish YouTubes. And then I'm going to do some commissions, do some drawing, and then I will probably read a bit more of Brimstone. I was going to read this anyway, because I loved Quicksilver, but I'm reading this as part of a book club on Fable this month, so I'm really excited to get to discuss it with people as well. So I'm going to do some drawing, and I shall see you in a bit with another update. in good spirits and I enjoyed it. There were many parts that I found just a bit too cringy, and just certain things that they would say to each other and certain kind of like ways things were written, I would just cringe really badly. However, I did enjoy the book. I found the ending quite predictable, kind of like imagined that was how it was going to end. But to steal a phrase from Fable, when you rate the books, it was predictable yet satisfying. It was a really sweet book and it was a really like cozy read for the festive season, and I really enjoyed that. I'm a little bit torn between 3.5 and 4 stars. I'm not too sure what to give it. I think I'm leaning more towards 3.5 because like I wouldn't say it was outstanding. I didn't feel like I loved the book. Usually 4 stars are like, oh, I really loved this, it was really great, but it also isn't a 3-star. So I think 3.5 might be where I'm kind of settling on the rating. One thing that really bothered me, and this is so pedantic and so pernickety, but it really bothered me that they talk so much about how her hair is curly, but then on the cover her hair is wavy, and that really bothers me because that is not curly, that is wavy. I don't know why, but that really bothers me. And another thing that really bothered me was their use of wild and messy to describe curly hair. I don't know, that part just really bothers me. I think because those kind of descriptions when talking about curly hair tend to be rooted in racism. Not saying that that's what this author was intending to do. As a whole, those kind of descriptions for that kind of hair tends to be rooted in that. That's kind of like the background of where those descriptors come from. And so I always find it really like icky when curly hair is described as messy or unruly, anything like that. I know they do touch on it in the book about how like she shouldn't have to tame her hair, and it's who she is, and it is quite a big theme that her family want her to tame it and for her to have straight hair and things like that, but they still refer to it as messy and wild, like when it's just the two of them and they're talking about how much they like it. And I don't know, I'm not really a big fan of using that to describe curly hair. I have naturally curly hair and I'm just not a fan of those descriptors. So this is the end of the reading vlog. I think I finished 2 books while reading this video. I honestly can't remember, like my brain just feels so frazzled right now. But I think I finished the Book of Azrael and Good Spirits. I haven't read much more of Brimstone since we last spoke. I still think I've only read chapter 1. I don't really know why either. I know this vlog wasn't like one of the best vlogs you've probably ever seen. I'm not very good with doing vlogs. I'm a bit rusty and new with it. I've never done a vlog before for YouTube. But if you like this kind of content, let me know, and I will keep doing it, and then slowly I will improve on my vlog style. I really enjoyed filming it, so I'd love to know what your thoughts were. Thank you all for watching, I really appreciate it, and if you haven't already, please do like, comment and subscribe. It really means a lot to me, and it's just lovely. I will see you soon for another video.